2016, in my view, facing the world's most powerful ever terrorist organization, facing the greatest refugee crisis that the world has yet experienced, and with 6 failed states across the broader Middle East, those things are not coincidental. And it absolutely makes me feel, and makes us at Eurasia Group feel, that this is very likely to be the most dangerous year of geopolitical risk that we've experienced since we started this process. So you're absolutely right to say that there's a lot to be concerned about. It's not that there's no good news, there's actually a lot of good news, but it ain't in the Middle East. The very fact that the Saudi versus Iran conflict, the Americans are on the sidelines. The Saudis decided to execute this cleric and then further escalated after their embassy and consulate was attacked by breaking off diplomatic relations and then commercial relations and air flights, and lobbied heavily all of their allies to do as much as possible. Some listened, many did not, to also pressure the Iranians. That was done in literally weeks before the US intends to implement the Iranian nuclear agreement, which is by far the single achievement of the Obama administration in the Middle East in 7 years. Now, the Saudis aren't stupid, right? So they knew that what they were going to do was going to be immensely problematic for the US, and they also knew that the United States would absolutely not be coming out loud and proud on their side. America's supposed to be their big ally, which means they didn't care.
Interesting.
And it also meant that they're under an enormous amount of pressure. So when you ask me how bad it can get, I mean, I think without talking about Armageddon, but are we seeing a Sarajevo moment, right, for the Middle East? We might be. I do not know what legitimizes the Saudi regime going forward. And I think one of the reasons why they have decided to pick a big fight with Iran is because they don't know what legitimizes the Saudi regime going forward. And, you know, ginning up a common enemy in a big way could at least help. Because it ain't the royal family, and it's not the economy, and it's not the geopolitical support they're getting in the region or globally. Everything that could be going wrong for these guys is going wrong. And the reason I'm spending so much time focusing right now on Saudi, aside from the fact that, yes, it's in the news, is because if you want to fix the Syria war, you have to have a willingness of the Americans and the Europeans to really get involved. Maybe some compromise with the Russians. But the most proximate players on the ground, the Saudis and the Iranians, have to at least be able to talk to each other. We're very far from that. If you want to be able to fight ISIS, same thing. You want to deal with Yemen, same thing. So all of these things that I mentioned at the beginning, whether it's terrorism or whether it's failed states, sectarian conflict, it's refugees, I look at 2016, I do not see a real possibility of them getting better. And there are obviously very severe consequences of that, both across the region and, of course, eventually into Europe.